Stop. Take a breath. Right now, just for a moment. Don't scroll. Don't rush to the next thing. Just be here. With yourself. No noise, no pressure. Just you in this moment. And maybe this is exactly what you've been needing. Not another task, not another goal. Not more noise, more urgency, more what's next. But a pause. A small return. To your center. Because here's the truth. Not everything you lose is a loss. Not every ending is a failure. And not every silence means something's wrong. Sometimes life gets quiet. Painfully quiet. Because it's trying to show you something. Not outside of you, but within. I remember a season in my life that felt like a slow unraveling. From the outside, everything looked fine. Work was steady. My days were full. I was showing up smiling, doing what was expected. But inside, I was exhausted. Not from doing too much, but from feeling too little. There was this quiet ache I couldn't name. Like my soul had been whispering for years. And I'd been too busy to hear it. Then one day, I hit pause. No breakdown, no drama. Just stop. I turned off my phone, canceled some plans, sat in the uncomfortable stillness of my own company. And you know what I heard in that silence? Grief, longing, truths I hadn't admitted, parts of myself I'd abandoned to be functional, to be liked, to be safe. That silence wasn't empty. It was sacred. It was the doorway back to myself. You see, we're taught to fill every space. With sound, with screens, with answers. But real peace isn't found in adding more. It's found in letting go. Letting go of the need to impress. To always have it figured out. To keep proving your worth in rooms that don't even see you. Peace isn't loud. It's not always joyful or pretty. Sometimes it looks like crying on your kitchen floor. Because you finally stopped pretending. Sometimes it's canceling the plans you made when you were trying to be someone you're not. And sometimes it's doing nothing at all and realizing the world doesn't fall apart when you rest. We glorify the hustle, but stillness takes courage. It means facing the parts of you you've been running from. It means listening to the voice that says, "I miss you, where did you go?" And here's the thing, that voice is never angry. It's never cruel. It's just patient. It's been waiting for you to return. So if you feel lost, burnout, disconnected, don't rush to fix it. Don't shame yourself for feeling it. Just sit with it. Hold it gently. This isn't the end. This is the in-between. The sacred space between what was and what's next. It's uncomfortable, yes, but also it's where transformation lives. Inner peace doesn't arrive with fireworks. It doesn't post selfies. It doesn't demand applause. It shows up in small moments. In a slow morning. In saying no and not explaining why. In choosing softness over survival. And slowly, you start to feel it. The noise fades. The fear quiets. The masks fall away. And there you are. Not perfect, not finished. But true. Rooted. Whole. This isn't weakness. This isn't giving up. This is you. Coming home. To your breath. To your boundaries. To your soul. To the silence within. Where the noise ends. And the truth begins. But sometimes before peace comes clarity. And clarity can be brutal. Because once you slow down, once the noise fades and the fog lifts, you begin to see what you were never meant to carry. All the roles you played to survive. All the versions of yourself you created. Just to feel loved. The smiles that were masks. The I'm fines that were silent cries. And it hurts. It hurts to realize how far you drifted from yourself. In the name of being strong. Or successful. Or acceptable. But that pain, that raw aching honesty, is sacred too. Because it means you're waking up. You can't heal what you keep hidden. You can't return to yourself if you don't admit you left. I remember one morning in the middle of that quiet season. I woke up before sunrise. Not because I had to. Not for productivity. I just woke up, and for the first time in months, I didn't reach for my phone. I sat on the floor by the window, with a blanket and a cup of tea, and I watched the light slowly fill the room. There was no music, no journal, no deep thoughts, just breath, just presence. And in that moment, I felt something I hadn't felt in a long time. Safe. Not because everything was perfect. It wasn't. But because I wasn't running. That morning changed nothing around me. But it changed something in me. It reminded me that peace doesn't need permission. It doesn't need a retreat in the mountains. Or a perfect schedule. It can exist in ordinary places. If you give it space to arrive. You don't always have to figure it all out. Sometimes the most spiritual thing you can do is fold your laundry slowly. Make your coffee without rushing. Breathe deeply while the kettle boils. It's in those simple, quiet rituals that we remember we are human, not machines, not brands, not productivity tools, just human, messy, tender, alive. And that's more than enough. We live in a world that profits from our doubt in our worth, in our beauty, in our timing, in our enoughness. Every scroll, every ad, every life hack whispers the same message. You are not quite there yet. And so we run, we compare, we consume, we try to become something shinier, more polished, more acceptable. But what if the most radical act of healing is choosing not to become, but to return, not forward, but inward, to your body, your breath, your quiet knowing? Because here's the truth. Your value was never meant to be earned. You don't need to do more to deserve rest. You don't need to be more to deserve love. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're simply becoming honest. And honesty is never glamorous. It's often messy. It peels away illusions. It asks hard questions. Like, who am I when I stop performing? Who am I when I stop pleasing? Who am I when I let go of the version of me that was built to survive? And maybe that's where the healing begins. Not in chasing some higher self, but in meeting your true self. Right here, right now, unfiltered, untidy, unfinished, still worthy, still whole, still capable of joy. Even in the middle of the unknown, there's a kind of freedom that can't be bought or taught, only remembered. It's the freedom of walking through your life without trying to shrink yourself, without apologizing for your softness, without needing every chapter to make sense. Some things won't make sense. Some endings won't be fair. Some answers won't come. And that's okay, because peace is not perfection. Peace is presence. It's choosing to trust, even when you don't understand. It's breathing through the confusion. Instead of forcing clarity, it's letting go of timelines and holding on to truth. And the truth is, you're allowed to change. You're allowed to pause. You're allowed to want less and live more. You're allowed to build a quieter life, one that's not flashy, but fulfilling. A life that feels like exhale, that feels like home, not to anyone else, just to you.